Music Scene Investigation is on the air. Glad you're with us, everyone. Welcome back. It's going to be a great day. I can feel it in the way the wind is blowing, and you're going to be a part of it. So that's the cool thing. Music Scene Investigation, we all get together every week. We do this thing, and if you don't know what it is, you're in for a treat. Every week, musicians from around the world send music to the MSI website at musicsceneinvestigation.com. You can do it as well. Just head over there, look for the Submit a Song link. We select 3 of those songs every week for review by our panel of experts. These guys are experts in the music field and the industry surrounding it. They all have years and years of experience, know what they're talking about. You're not going to find a touchy-feely kind of bone in anybody's body here with regards to the reviews they give. Most of them are very technical in nature, and that's the way we like it because it helps the independent artist out. You really can't help an independent artist out by saying, yeah, I like that. You can dance to it, or it made me feel good. What you have to do is you have to offer them up something that they can use, and that's what we do on Music Scene Investigation. Now, our panelists consist of in-house panelists and a guest panelist every week. Our in-house panelists are from the world over as well. Over in New York City, we have Tom Chianti, recording engineer extraordinaire. Hello, Tom. How are you, sir?
Very fine, Rich. Thank you for asking. We're having a flashback weather-wise here of November. I mean, after weeks of very pleasant 70 degrees, I woke up this morning to like 40 degrees, and I said, that's it. I'm moving to Canada. It's warmer.
It could have been worse. It could have been snowing.
Global warming.
All right, Tommy, thanks for being
lies.
here. In London, England, it is Ian Husbands. Ian, what were you saying about weather?
I said global warming, it's all lies. Anyway, it's been beautiful here. You know, England's actually praying for some global warming because, you know, I heard about this. I rushed out. I bought myself a pair of shorts, nice T-shirt. Nothing.
That's the way it goes.
You know, I had my cocktail stuff ready and my parasol and all that sort of stuff. And no global warming. I mean, come on, we're getting colder winters than we've ever done before. But today's been a lovely day. The sun is out and we've been out in the sun, so it's been very, very nice. And all is well in the UK. Well, as well as it gets.
Yeah, I understand. I'm actually fascinated watching the audio from you on the audio and video from you are out of sync somehow. I don't know how that is. Can the guys out in the chat room confirm that the audio from Ian is out of sync with the way he's talking? I'm pretty sure
If
that.
if I
Yes.
move my hand,
Yeah, it's pretty much
Like
out
that.
of sync. Yeah.
is it working?
No, your video is fine. It's just like a half second behind everything else that's going on with your audio. It's really very weird, but that's okay. Everybody will adapt and we will overcome. Our guest panelist is a good friend of Music Scene Investigation. We're always happy when he's here with us. And he's got a lot of stuff in the background going on as well. We'll hopefully get into some of that as we go throughout the show today. Dave Bryce from the rock band Spider is here. Dave, great to have you with us again.
Thanks for having me back. Always enjoy the show.
So how are you, man? How you been since the last time we had you on the show?
Yeah, I'm really good. As Ian said, the weather's lovely. And just continue. I'm doing my work. I'm doing plenty of rehearsing in my band. And just generally enjoying myself.
Now, I know that the last time you were here, Robbie was here with you. Did you get him back to Oz all right?
Yeah, he got off all right. Really enjoyed having Robbie over. We did the show with you guys last time.
Yeah,
and,
unfortunately we couldn't do video, but we did have you on audio, and that was a barrel of fun.
It was. I really enjoyed it. In fact, Dale videoed the whole program.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
so you could sync that up if you want.
Yeah, we definitely need to have Dale send us a copy of that video because I think that would be cool. Just if nothing else, just to see it and let everybody, take a look at both you and Robbie in the same room.
Yeah. It was good. It's good to have Robbie here. And I'm surprised Robbie hasn't done a show with you guys yet.
Well, I
I've
know that.
emailed him.
Yeah, I know that Ian's been emailing him, trying to get a hold of him. So,
Well, I shall email him as well and see if he can get in touch with you guys and send you an email and
that would be
see when
great.
he's free.
That would be
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Now I know that you just had mentioned you're in rehearsal right now. Tell us about this. Tell us what's going on here. Because in our pre-show, we talked about this new band you guys are you're with and working on. So, what can you tell us about it?
Well, we had a gig in December. In fact, December. It was New Year's Eve. That was the last time. That was the last gig we did. So we hadn't rehearsed for 3 months, and when we rehearsed, it didn't go that well. We were a bit stale, and things didn't work out. Then we had another rehearsal a week later, and it really gelled. The magic came back, and we were all excited about it. I think you get a bit stagnant when you don't rehearse for a long time.
Now, this is the band AWOL.
This is AWOL, yeah.
Okay.
It's rock and roll, in a rock and roll vein.
No
we
other
all
way.
just
No other way to have it, man.
oh, that's
We have
that's my
veins?
spot.
Now, so AWOL, the rehearsals are going on. You guys are gearing up for a gig. I understand. Where's this? When is it? How can we get tickets? Kind of thing.
Well, it's a pub gig, so there's no tickets.
We just
it's in
have
Hampton.
We have to drink a lot. In other words.
Drink a lot and enjoy the show.
It's a hardship.
Okay, it's in Hampton. Where's it at in Hampton so we can point
It's,
people in the right direction?
Yeah, it's the Royal Oak in Hampton. I've never been there before, but it's I believe a good venue for rock music. And,
It's a great venue.
It's a what?
It's a great venue.
It's a good venue, yeah. Good
Yeah, it
stuff.
really is. I played there myself, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, big stage.
Big enough.
I need I need a big stage.
Talk about a veiled
actually-
response.
Actually, with the way you jump around, you probably need to set the band up on the floor.
Oh, okay. I intend to move around a lot, so yeah, watch out. But
Well-
I can't help myself. I just have to move around and just generally enjoy myself.
Well, that you let the music move you. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. That's what it's
Yeah,
all about.
that's it.
All right, so now you're together rehearsing with this new band AWOL, and you're getting ready to do your gig here. When is it? Well, you didn't mention the date. I think next week.
Yeah,
here.
sorry, it's next Saturday.
Okay, next
Um,
Saturday. And where do we go from there?
Then we are on to the Rising Sun. I think that's the 4th of May. We've got 3 gigs booked through the year at the Rising Sun. As I say, I've never played there with AWOL. I did a gig a few months ago with a band called Sin City. They invited me for a second gig, and I did one rehearsal for that gig. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. But yeah, we got 3 gigs at the Rising Sun, which is where Ian does his jam night. From there on, we're just trying to get some gigs wherever we can.
That's one of the reasons why I asked this is because I want to get you out on the road grabbing more gigs.
That's what we want.
Yeah, I think so too. And if anybody out here in our audience, anybody watching the show, wants good quality rock and roll, this is the man you got to get. Get him,
This
get
is it.
AWOL, and book them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. We'll put on a good show. We've got a good set of musicians. Both guitarists complement each other. It's Mark Chudley. He's the other lead guitarist. We kind of share the lead.
Mark Chudley compliments no one. I've never had a compliment
compliments
of him
me
anyway.
fine. We're going to try harder then, won't you?
So,
Try harder.
any surprises in store for people who come out and see AWOL live? What's the biggest surprise they can expect, Dave?
Well, it's the fact that I'm incorporating a few Spider tracks in there. We're gonna build the Spider songs through the set, and we're gonna play probably no more than 4 Spider songs at a time. because people don't recognise the Spider songs, although I love them, and I think the guys in the band enjoy playing the Spider stuff. We don't want to swamp it with a complete Spider set, which obviously I would like,
Yeah.
but that's not going to happen. So I don't mind mixing it up with cover tracks.
Now, let's talk about something near and dear to the fans of Dave, Sniffer Bryce.
Sniffer.
Let's
Sniffer Bryce.
Yeah, let's find out here. Spandex, yes or no?
No.
Oh, I had to ask. We get letters. We get letters here.
Really?
Since since we talked about spandex at some point in the past, one of the previous appearances, we get people commenting on this. So I had to ask you.
Well, I think I wore a pair of red leather trousers once, and like a ripped red T-shirt with bandanas and wristbands, generally looking like from the 80s, which we were.
Mm-hmm.
So we all dressed up, and but I just don't feel it would be right now. It's jeans and T-shirt now.
There you go.
Really, it wouldn't be right. It
wouldn't
really,
be right.
really wouldn't be right.
No, but if a Spider reunion took place, then I might consider putting the red gear back on.
Okay. How about stage diving? Any of that going on?
No, I never did that. I
Okay.
never did that in them days. But
I'm just checking. I'm just checking.
no, all that crowd surfing stuff. No, they probably split apart and let me fall on the floor.
No, they wouldn't do that to you. They wouldn't do that to you. If they did that to you, they'd have to answer to Ian.
Ah,
That's all I'm saying. All right, so we got AWOL coming together for the gig next week, and what else is on the plate? Are you guys going to be recording this gig or not?
it all depends. We will be recorded at some point, and I did set it up. My son Dale and a friend from the college that he goes to, they were going to record it, mic everything up, the full works. But it's my son's birthday on the Friday, so he's going out with his mates. He'd probably be the worse for wear. The next day, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, it could be complicated then.
Yeah, but I mean, he enjoys coming to the shows, and if he does, I bought a cable to rig up the mixing desk for the lads, and he said he's going to do the mixing for us. So look forward to that.
Oh, absolutely. You have to, if you do get it recorded, let us feature it on the website or something like that, where people can find it and listen to it. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, it would.
All right.
We'll get around to that.
Excellent. So everybody can go out, find AWOL at it's next week. What was the club? I keep forgetting this.
There's the Royal Oak.
You guys
Hampton.
have everything out there is called the Royal something.
That's because we all live next door to the palace, Rich. You know this now.
Well, I guess so. I get confused by it.
It's not
Hampton
confusing.
is a little bit of English history for you. Hampton Court is a place in England near Twickenham, and it's the home of Hampton Court, basically, which was Henry VIII's palace for a while, and he resided there, lots with manyeth, wifeth, and chopped off their headeths.
Do you need that translated, Tom, at all?
No, he lopped off their heads.
Okay, good. We're all on the same page. And now, Dave, Randolph out in the chat room is letting us know and asking us to tell you if you need a cameraman. He knows a pro cameraman that can help out on the recording.
Okay, all right. What in this country?
Yeah, a cameraman in London.
No, he's got this amazing telephoto lens. He's actually...
Oh, sorry. No, I thought Randolph lived in America.
No, Randolph lives over in the UK.
Oh, does he? Oh, right.
He's
okay.
Brit.
Yeah,
Ah.
in fact, I think he's just down the road a piece from Ian or something. I'm not sure.
Right. so he could come down and film
Is
it
he?
for us.
I don't know. He says he's in SE23 or
It's,
Royal SE23, I think is how that's actually pronounced.
it's almost the other side of London.
Oh, there you go, just down the road. That's all I'm saying.
Well, maybe in
Oh,
American terms, down the road, yeah.
It's an island. Can't be that far.
look forward to
And
that. If
we're
he
also
comes down, he's more than welcome.
All right, so there you go.
Uh,
Now, we did come here for a reason today. No matter how much I'd like to sit around and talk about
yeah.
gigs and razz Dave as much as I can, um, we do want to listen to some music and offer up the insight that only you guys can offer these artists. So I think we're all ready to do that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get into the first song here on MSI. So, gentlemen, put your headphones on, start your engines, and here we go. Here is song number 1 on today's MSI.
Yeah, this song's called Me and My Brother. Yeah, whoa. Soon as it hits 12 o'clock midnight, I'm still awake, looking outside, looking down the side, down to the glide. Eyes open wide, so much fear inside. I heard a noise, then I heard a voice. Maybe just my little brother playing with his toys. Time for me to tuck him into bed and put him to sleep. I told him that I don't want to hear him move, a whisper or a peep. Having a dream that my little brother's in my sleep. So much fear that he hates cars, cause he might end up in a jeep. Feel so creepy. I'm still awake, feeling so sleepy. I remember a time that I was gonna cut a guy cause he pissed me off and I was gonna slice him with my knife. But I always remember you only get one life. In my eyes he could see was death. But in his eyes I could see was every breath. Maybe at the start I was a bit sly, kept cut in the guy, feeling that I wanted to cry. Stayed strong, didn't in the end, but I didn't let a tear fall from my eye. Me and my brother, we need each other. I just really wanna thank my mother, 'cause in the end, we're a family and we need each other. My brother changed my life from dark. My brother changed my dark world from black to white. He was a person that showed me the path from wrong to right. I always wanted to keep him in my head that I was the one that said hi and I didn't ever want to say goodbye. I wonder why my life's so freaking bright. Now that I've got my little brother to shine so high, maybe it's time for me and him to live life not at the bottom, but it's time for me to him and touch the sky. I just want to tell him that whilst I'm alive, before I die, in life, I only stayed loyal to 3 people. Me, myself, and I. As when you die, you take nothing in your grave. My baby brother, listen. Even when I'm gone, I will just put on a brave face. Think about the times I made you smile and cry. Even though if I'm not here, don't ask me why. Even if you want to remember, just look up in the sky. Well, let me tell you something, little brother. It's time for me to say goodbye. Me and my brother, we need each other. I just really wanna thank my mother, 'cause in the end, we're a family and we need each other.
And there you have song number 1 on today's MSI. A little bit different than what we're normally used to hearing. Let's go over to Ian and find out what he thought of song number 1. Ian?
Where to begin? I mean, okay. Saving grace in this. The guy's got a sense of lyric. That's kind of about where it stops, really. I mean, this has obviously been recorded on the onboard mic of a computer. There's loads of background noise going on. The MP3 that's been submitted is way over compressed. You can hear that. The vocals are out of time. The singing is pitchy. He makes mistakes that he leaves in. Where's the beats? Where's the vocal layering? Where's the bass line? This is not a song. This is the sort of thing I do when I get an idea and I'm driving down the motorway and I'll put the iPhone on record and I'll just hum a few bars out to sort of get the idea out of my head and so I don't lose it. And that's where it should stay. Once you've got that idea out of your head, it should stay on that iPhone. It shouldn't be submitted to a program like this. you're doing yourself no favours. This isn't something I can take seriously. This is more. It isn't even a demo. It's barely an idea. Sorry, but that's the way it is. I mean, if you're serious about your music, take some care in your presentation, because there is no presentation.
And Ian has frozen on us. We lost you at the last couple of words there, Ian. You froze up.
I just said, if you care about your music, if you're serious about your music, even if you want to be half decent with your music, take some care in your presentation, because there is no presentation here.
All right. I appreciate it, Ian. Thank you. And Tom, your thoughts on this track?
What Ian said.
Okay. I guess you don't care to expand upon that.
No.
All right. Okay. Dave, what do you think? Song number 1.
If you want to be constructive about this track, then redo it completely, because he's made mistakes. It's like you recorded it in your bedroom for the first time, and a lot of what Ian said is correct. It doesn't flow. It's slightly out of tune. There's stuff going on in the background. And I'm sure if he put his mind to it and listened back to it, he would have seen the mistakes, and I'm sure he could have made a better effort in it. And yeah.
So do you guys?
Not really much.
Yeah. Do you guys think that this may have been a situation where he submitted the wrong track accidentally?
I hope so. I mean, normally a song of 2:35 we said we'd class as short. I couldn't wait for this to finish. It shouldn't be submitted in this state. I really do hope they've uploaded the wrong track, and they're going to upload this really fantastic version of the same track with no mistakes and big beats and big bass lines and layered vocals and harmonies. And I really hope. I mean, if not, I'm embarrassed for them.
All right, understood. Let me introduce that track to everybody, and just to let you know who actually submitted it. Dan Yaal is the submitter of that track. It's called Me and My Brother. And I would like to talk with Dan at some point if we can, find out if it was a track that was submitted by mistake in that particular fashion, because, I hope there's more to it than that. Okay, gentlemen, that's the first track today. Let's go ahead and take a listen to track number 2 on today's MSI.
Well, it hurts, but I don't want to change. It burns when you say I'm deranged. I feel like walking home in the desert. Last night is a blurry haze. Last night I couldn't feel my face. Feel like I'm walking home in the desert. My memory is gone. It's better that way. My memory is gone. It's better that way. I shout, but it don't feel the same. You doubt, delirium takes the blame. I feel like walking home in the desert. Last night in my splattered head. Last night standing with such a strain. Feel memory's gone. It's better that way. My memory's gone. It's better that way. My memory's gone. It's better that way. My memory's gone. It's better that way.
And song number 2 on MSI. Let's find out what Tom thought about this one. Tom, any thoughts?
Good vocal performance. I kept losing it in and out of the mix, though. I like the vocal sound. It's been done a couple of times, but this was done pretty well. Nice big guitars. Maybe if they had made more space for the vocal, you could hear it. Nice little breakdown. Overall, well recorded. Just the major mistake that always gets made is always go for the louder vocal, even if you think it's killing you. Someone will always say, what was he saying or whatever. Nice drum sound. The bass was kind of, I had a little trouble finding that once in a while. Could have used more separation. They did a nice little production on the mix is what I liked, with the alternative sounds and leads and there were some background vocals in like the first half that were unintelligible. They should be cleared up and brought up. But overall, I kind of liked it.
All right, I appreciate that, Tom. Thank you. Let's go to Dave, find out what he thought. I saw him bobbing his head there when the music was playing. Dave, your thoughts?
Yeah, I like the feel of this song. It's got that funky feel to it. Guitar riff was great. The only one thing that let me down was the clapping. When it came in, I felt that was a bit too condensed. I would have liked to hear a good section of clapping, overdubbing the clap. Just felt a little bit flat, but overall, really enjoyed the song. Yeah, good lead break towards the end. For me, I think it could have been a little bit more funky. I don't know how to describe that, but for me, it felt it should have gone more that way. But overall, I like the song. Yeah, good feel to it. Toe tapper.
All right, appreciate that, Dave. Thank you very much. And Ian, what do you think? Song number 2.
Fantastic. It had some music. I love that about it. I love the fact that it actually had music. That really won it for me. Great vocals, absolutely great vocals. Yeah, I agree with Tom. They did get lost in the mix around the choruses and sometimes, but I mean, overall, the whole song for me, it's got that sort of driving sort of groove that bands like Clutch get in the sort of big heavy guitars, but that sort of real head bobbing groove to the beat. And the vocals, to me, it was a bit sort of Izzy Stradlin, the guy from Guns N' Roses, who's done a solo album with a band called the Juju Hounds, and it's sort of a bit reminiscent of that, but fantastic. I mean, the lyrics were good. The vocal arrangement was good. I loved the breakdown, personally. Didn't have a problem with the claps. The only percussion I actually had a problem with was I found the snare drums a little bit dull. It was more of a thud than a snap, and I prefer to hear a snap. Personal preference. But, I mean, there's not a lot I can say that's wrong about this track. The guitars were good. The riffs were good. The arrangement was strong. It was catchy. It was a bit 90s, you could say, but, I think it's still relevant now. I didn't think it needed to be funkier. It was driving, grooving rock, and it caught me from the intro. So, I loved it.
All right, appreciate that, Ian. Thank you very much. Now, that track was brought to us by Julien Brasart, and the name of the track, Better That Way. We appreciate them sending that track into Music Scene Investigation. Now, before we go on, I do want to mention something from a technical perspective. Our bandwidth is kind of fluctuating a little bit on today's broadcast, so if you're experiencing any issues out there during the live broadcast, just let us know in the chat room, and we'll try and figure it out if we can, but can't guarantee anything. You know how bandwidth is. Now, gentlemen, as usual, we have a third song to take a listen to. And what do you say we just get right to it and listen to track number 3? Here it is.
Okay.
Song number 3 on today's MSI.
Trenches you hide behind. This is why I won't last much longer. If only you could find a time. Freedom and feel the ice fall. See the lights come rushing in. Watch away, then taking the rest to rise again. By your body, left to shallow graves. Stop walking amongst the distance. Here's what you should be paying. I'm afraid your eternity was lost along the way. So find your body and resurrect your name. Tomorrow, all you needed was a change in pace. You think I'll be left in sorrow. All you needed was my life to taste. By your body, left to shallow graves. Stop walking amongst the distance. Reach what you should be paying. I'm afraid your eternity was lost along the way. So find your body and resurrect your name.
There's song number 3 on today's MSI, and we're going to go over and find out what Dave thought about this one first. Dave, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was overcompressed. The drums were they were swamping the vocals, and I think if they redid this track, they get quite a good song out of it. It was just really overcompressed. The drums were swamping the vocals. Vocals should have been a lot louder. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I know that there's a lot of drum machines on the circuit that you can buy, and this one wasn't that good. Um, yeah, I don't really know what else to say.
All right. Well, I appreciate it,
Yeah.
Dave.
Overall, it was a good song, um, but everything was like it was all mishmashy, um, all over the place. Nothing was definite.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Ian, what do you think? Song number 3.
I think the words for this song are going to be over compressed, way over compressed. I mean, I don't think the drums are swamping the vocals. Everything was swamping the vocals. There was no space for anything. It was just all on top of each other. And it was a must. And it was pumping. You could hear the track pump in and out, especially when there was a little breakdown with the bass, and all you got was a massive, great bass boom. And it sort of drowned everything else out. And then the song came back in really low. There was no kick to it. There's no punch to it. It's been just mashed together. It's a real shame because there are some really good performances going on in there. It's very difficult to comment on the mix. I felt from what I heard, the drum sound was very thin and distant. The bass was far too boomy. It had no clarity. The guitars, there was some kind of weird auto panning going on there as well, which was sort of pushing it from left to right. And that wasn't nice at all. The solo, it sounded like these guys can play. They know their genre. They know what they're doing. But you couldn't hear any of it. The solo actually sounded half decent. The guitar track sounded half decent. The vocalist, I don't like that growly, shouty thing. I don't understand a word he was saying. One, because I couldn't hear it. Two, because he was growling, I know you're angry. Let me know why you're angry. The singing vocals sounded nice. It was nice to sort of break up that aggressive verse. There were some timing issues in there as well. I didn't feel that the guitar riff worked very well with the growly vocal. They just didn't bounce off each other, didn't work with each other, and that needs revisiting. But I mean, this needs a total remix. If I was to hear the parts separately, I'd possibly say that the performances are probably good enough to keep. Tidy a few up, a couple of edits here and there, thicken them drums up a touch, but get this remixed. Get the space, take off that compression. It's horrible. And I think there's a pretty good song in here for its genre. But as it stands with the way it's mixed at the moment and mastered, it's not good at all.
All right. I appreciate that, Ian. And Tom, your thoughts on number 3?
Yeah, I mean, the compression. A lot of times people use compressions to make the drums pump. But this was so over compressed that when the drum hit, you could actually hear the compression, like Ian said, breathing. Everything else blotted out. Boom, boom, boom. It just sucked the life out of the song. There were good playing and stuff. The growling is not my type of thing. And even if I did like it, it was just so over compressed that. And actually, I think the over compression wasn't done in mastering. I think the over compression was done just as they laid down the drum tracks. Because usually, if you over compress like that, if the vocal is loud, the vocal will get louder. But what happened, this kick drum just obliterated everything else. I think it was mixed by the drummer. And it was also probably mixed very loud. That's another mistake when people, they keep turning it up because they don't feel the energy because it's over compressed. So they crank the volume and their heads start bumping and then they're like, oh, yeah, but maybe we should add a little more compression and stuff. No, it was just, and there was no clarity. No clarity. It definitely does need a remix. They probably have all the tracks there they need. It probably sounded better before, if they had it mastered, probably sounded better before mastering than after. Because a lot of times these groups go to these, one-time masterers and think they know how to master. And it just, it was distraughtful.
All right. I appreciate that, Tom. Thank you so much, gentlemen all. And that song was submitted by Perception. Perception, the name of the group. Sleepwalker, the name of the song. We appreciate them sending that in to Music Scene Investigation. Now, gentlemen, it was mentioned in the chat room we do have time for an extra song. Unfortunately, I don't have an extra song queued up. So I wish I had, but, that's the way it goes. Well, the fact is I never know what you guys are going to say in your reviews, so I don't know how long it's going to take or how short a time it's going to take. So that's just the way it is. Now,
Goodbye.
no, not yet, Tom. You do have the duty left to perform, and that is to select a song of the week. So, gentlemen, I leave it to you. Discuss it amongst yourselves and let me know what you think.
Oh, number 2 is the only one that was anywhere near decent.
It's got to be number 2.
Number 1 was terrible. Number 3 was way overcompressed. Even if number 2 wasn't a decent song, it probably would have won. Yes. It was a decent song. Luckily, I really enjoyed it. But number 2, no question. And if we're going to talk radio, and should it be an MSI radio, number 2 should. The other 2 shouldn't.
Yeah, 2 is about the only one.
All right.
I agree with that.
Okay, it's unanimous then across the board. Looks like song number 2, Better That Way by Julien Brasart, is the song of the week on today's MSI. Gentlemen, as always, your duties are much appreciated. You are now free to roam about the cabin. Dave, thank you so much for being with us once again on Music Scene Investigation. I love it every time you come on, man.
Thanks very much, Rich.
Dave.
Yes,
Dave,
Ian.
we've got some spare time. The people in the chat are saying, someone give us a song. Come on.
I haven't got my acoustic.
I see a guitar, 2 guitars behind you.
If Dale gets my acoustic, Dale,
get the acoustic. Come on, right, we'll string this out a little bit. Come on, we've got a bit of time.
All right, so go ahead.
Get me the acoustic, will you? Get me the acoustic and a plaque.
And before you say about me, Dave, you're the professional musician who was in a big rock band. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, thanks a lot. No pressure then.
Now I know that Ian could grab the ukulele just around the corner here and accompany you on that. So he's got the flying V and everything. So there you have it.
You've got to get the moves right. It's like that.
Little impromptu. Now if we could get Tommy to grab his guitar.
Tommy can do a bit of picking.
Yeah, maybe we can get Tommy to sing. There's a microphone over there.
I'll play you. I don't even know the lyrics, but I'll play you the ballad that I'm going to play down the jam night.
All right, great.
I can see the pain inside. I know you're hurt. I don't even know the words. What's the cat doing there? Want to play a bit of rock and roll? It's in A, Ian.
A?
I'm tuned down. I'm tuned down.
And I'm out of tune. I'm out of tune. You don't stand a chance in hell from me.
I'm tuned down.
You tuned down? I could do Here We Go Rock and Roll.
Go on, give us a quick chorus.
Here we go rock and roll. Can you hear me tonight in your radio? Once again, we stay complaining. Tune around for good old rock and roll. Is that good enough?
Excellent.
Cool.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that impromptu rock concert, man.
No worries.
Hey.
Is that on air?
Yeah.
Yeah, you proved you can now. None of our guests have ever seen you play guitar before, so now they have, and you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't that good.
Yeah, autographs after the show, everybody. You can get your autographs at the near the backstage door. Dave will be there himself. Yes, indeed.
He's got his own
And
magic
saying
marker.
That's right. He carries around his own marker and everything. All right, Dave, thanks for being with us, man. Really appreciate it. Hope to see you again soon.
Okay, Rich, look forward to it.
And as for these other gentlemen, thank you as well, guys. Appreciate that. Thanks to everyone out in the audience as well. Right now, however, we're going to play out on Julien Brasart's Better That Way. So thanks for being here. Join us again next week on MSI after Ian interrupts me once again. Ian.
I was silent. I just hand gestures. Who's on next week?
Who's on next week? Who's on first?
I don't know.
First.
Third base.
It's Paul Morrow on next week.
That's
Baseball,
right.
we don't do that in Britain, man. Come on.
You guys got to get with the program if you're going to
Don't-
hang with the big dogs.
Don't throw me a curveball, right?
I'm just saying. Yeah, Paul Myro
what I did there?
is Paul Myro. See, Dave knew Paul Myro's on next week.
There you go. You see, I guess, Dave, who's on next week?
Paul Morrow.
There you have it.
Excellent stuff.
There you have it. Thanks again, everyone. We'll see you again next week. And here it is, Better That Way.
Well, it hurts. Oh, it hurts.
I was waiting to get back on his computer.
But I don't want to change. It burns when you say I'm deranged. I feel like walking home in the desert. Last night is a blurry haze. Last night I couldn't feel my face. Feel like I'm walking home in the desert. My memory's gone. It's better that way. My memory's gone. It's better that way. I shout, but it don't feel the same. You doubt, delirium takes the blame. I feel like walking home in the desert. Last night in my splattered head. Last night standing with such a strain. Feel like I'm walking home in the desert. My memory's gone. It's better that way. My memory's gone. It's better that way. My memory's gone. It's better that way. My memory's gone. Yeah, it's better that way. My memory's gone. It's better that way. My memory's gone.